and the passion that the school provides and the fan base and the fact they've grown up their entire life loving the Tigers. You won't compete with Urban and Harbaugh. You won't be looked at the second school in Michigan. And that's the thing I think that would be LSU's biggest play for this guy, is that if you come here, you will be the school in Louisiana. You will have the opportunity to win championships. He's not looked at. And look at, and some of you may be saying, yeah, Jameson, but this guy's just, he's not that great of a coach. I mean, we never hear about this guy and what he's done because of where he is. Let's think back 16 years ago. The majority of us didn't really, unless we really followed football, didn't really know a whole lot about who Nick Saban was. We knew he was at Michigan State. We knew we had beaten him in the Independence Bowl 5 years prior. We knew he was previously a coordinator in the NFL, but he's not an SEC guy, we heard. He's got the Big Ten mentality, we heard. He can't win in the SEC. Yet 16 years later, the man's sitting on 4 national titles. Won LSU's first since 1958 in 2003. Held a 48-16 record in 5 years at LSU. And set up a tremendous program. This is a guy who builds his teams on the same principles that LSU was built on 16 years ago. Okay? I think it'd be a great hire for LSU. Not saying that he would come here, but they could throw a whole lot of money at him and a whole lot of options in terms of when you have the ability to win a championship here. You have that opportunity. You have the opportunity to be the number one school in your state. A fan base that will follow you to the ends of the earth and back. I think LSU should make a play for this guy. I've always liked Mark D'Antonio. The hot name is Tom Herman, but guys, there's something that we need to take a look at, and the fact that Houston's going to be joining the Big 12. I mean, Herman's got a huge recruiting base there. He's 17-1 at that school. He doesn't have to come into a situation where he's got to win 10 games to be considered, it's an upgrade. He's doing what Nick Saban did at LSU 16 years ago. He's building a program. He's going into a conference where he's going to get paid. It's a big conference. They're on TV all the time. It's a big-time name. And he's in Texas. It's a hotbed of talent. It's going to be fun, to say the least. To see who LSU is going to land as their next head football coach. I think Ed Orgeron is going to ride the wave of emotion I think LSU is going to win one game they're not supposed to, and they're going to finish up 8-4. And I think what happens is LSU will win 8 games, will go to a bowl, typical bowl game they usually go to. And I think that the next guy that comes in has to hold on to Coach Orgeron. It's key that he stays on the staff, whoever comes in. I don't think Bebe will be here as the head coach next year, but I hope he stays because he's a great recruiter. He's a great motivator. He's a great defensive line coach. He's a great assistant. He's been a good assistant everywhere he's been. Head coach, not so much. 3-21 in the Southeastern Conference when he was at Ole Miss. But he's always been able to motivate players and get the best out of his players. And he even said he's going to coach the team like he coaches the defensive line. He's going to do some good things while he's here in these last 8 games. That's for sure. Now, there's also talk, as I put about LSU's unstable administration, there's talk that because Joe Alleva had botched the Miles situation last year, that it is actually a 50-50 shot that Alleva will be here for the AD job in 2017. Now, me personally, I'm not crying tears for Mr. Alleva. I think that's one of the best things LSU do. He has really given LSU a black eye by his inability to coordinate what's the best way to do stuff. Let's do the most professional thing here. He has really hurt LSU, and he's put him in a difficult situation. You know, people, everybody here, they're going to say Jimbo and Tom Herman. I say you got to open up the wish list a little bit more. And one name we do not want to hear, because he's done tremendous work as a coordinator. Once I say this next line, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. And please don't run from the show, but in severe fear. But he has brought that Alabama offense into prominence they weren't at before he got there. And we know, you know what I'm talking about now, is Lane Kiffin. Now, one of the reasons that I've seen that Lane Kiffin would be a good fit at LSU is he's a phenomenal recruiter. He's a great offensive coach, obviously. But he comes with a reputation of he's severely unstable. Left Tennessee on those terms. Got fired from USC on an airport in an airplane, LAX. It's a name that you think, okay, great offensive mind. But where's the morals with this guy? Where's the professionalism? Where's that at? Did he get a bad rap? if you ask me, it's a good option for LSU. It is a fourth option if things don't work out with the other guys LSU will be going after. It could be worse. LSU is going to have to get a guy in here that's going to provide a spark, that's going to give them the best chance to win. I mean, LSU's in a vulnerable spot right now. They need a guy to come in. It's an emotional deal right now. And Kiffin may be able to sneak the back door in with LSU because they don't have a better choice. They may not have a better choice. These two coaches, Jimbo and Tom Herman, may not come here. For those reasons, as I mentioned, with the unstable administration and the fact that, in Herman's case, is that his university is taking the next step and moving into a conference. LSU's going to go hard after Fisher. They're going to go hard after Herman. I really believe that. And more than anything, landing a Fisher, landing a Herman, or in my opinion, a D'Antonio, LSU could have a situation where it's like, we must land one of these big name coaches or we're going to have a serious PR problem. That we let a coach go, one of the top, say Les Miles is definitely in the top 5. They're going to be looked at as, okay, they went after a coach that's less of what they got rid of. LSU will look like a chump if they go after Lane Kiffin or if they go somebody like him. You possibly could see it. I'm just being honest. And if we really look at it, look at the situation, it's like LSU is kind of a catch-22 situation because it's risky right now because of the administration situation. You look at what Joe Alleva did to Les Miles. I think it's like I said, the major obstacle they have is the expectations. They have the money to spend, no doubt, to compete with anybody. But there's going to be no honeymoon period. There's not going to be really any opportunity to make all the changes that a coach would seem necessary to put his system into place. Like if it was a situation where they were having to rebuild coming off a 2 or 3 win season. I mean, LSU's a great job to have in terms of the level that they're on nationally. It's a huge platform. But there's major expectations right away.